Anybody got any ideas? This really isn't my forte. I mean, I get the blackmail part, but like dealing with this guy here is not so much my. Any ideas?
Weren't we talking about bringing him to the prince?
Yeah. I thought we didn't want to do that too.
So we can't risk him waking up, saying something.
Yes.
It comes around the corner.
Okay, now it is. All right. Yay. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Test. Okay, cool. So Terry comes around the corner holding a like what looks like a massive like history book that he's been reading. And he says, "Hey, have you guys heard about these clans that we all belong to?"
No, what are you, a nerd reading books?
Yeah, knowledge is power.
That's fair. You said clams?
Yeah, like there's these like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clans that like all
Wait,
vampires belong to.
me and Fox. Fox said I was Gangrel. Is that one of the clans? Is that what you
Yeah,
meant?
yeah, and like I apparently am in clan Bruja, and reading
Doesn't that
about
mean
this.
witch in Spanish?
Does it?
Yeah,
I don't
Bruja
speak
is
Spanish.
witch in Spanish.
All I know is that it finally explains what happened with the I forgot the guy's name, the sex trafficker guy.
Oh, Jacques?
Yeah, because
Okay.
like one of the things like with each clan, it's like when you lose control, like certain things happen, and like with Clan Bruja, it's like a rage and like it's like a frenzy that's hard to resist, and like I remember feeling that way. So like that's what caught my eye because it was just like this makes sense. And then like Blake belongs. She's one of the Torador. They're really into beautiful things. And then Alex, you said you were a.
You sound really off.
True.
Sound like you have a frog in your throat?
Or you're an alien.
It's not better.
It's not better. It's worse.
Hello, testing. Can you hear me at all?
I was led to people leave.
All right. Can you hear me?
Wait, what? So Toreador people like pretty things?
Oh, was that not obvious?
I'm.
All right.
Yeah, but like.
Sorry, I got really into my book. Am I back?
I think.
So.
Does it sound
Yes.
all fishbowl-y?
No, you're
Okay.
good now.
Okay.
You were talking about Toreador.
Yeah, Torador is what Blake is, and then Alex, you said you were a Ventru, right?
Right.
Well, they're like the bosses. Like they're like the ones in charge. Like, the head of the Camarilla. Like they're it's the Ventru.
Oh shit! Alex is a boss.
Obviously.
Rain's
From
gonna
what I
like.
understand, the Ventru bloodlines are typically the kingmakers playing about in the shadows.
Basically, yeah.
So what's up with Gangrel?
Let me look. Well, they're on page 69 in my book, which is nice.
Nice.
Gangrel. Let's see. A hunger older than mankind burns inside the wolves.
Wolves?
Other kindred
yeah.
curse their appetites and choose the gilded cage of the city and the leash of the social hierarchy. The wolves accept the beast as part of themselves and run free. So, like, yeah. It kind of makes sense why, oh, Lucas's character.
Bishop.
Bishop,
Shay.
we kept calling you a dog.
Oh, fucker.
Because you kind of, no offense, your blood smells like one to other vampires.
Well, you don't smell good either.
I'm beautiful, bitch.
I take that back. You actually smell wonderful. You and Blake both.
But like, when you lose control, you know, it's like you become like animalistic in a way, you know, like, and you just kind of like adopt like animal traits.
Well, that's fucking dope.
Yeah. But that's not what caught my eye the most. The thing that caught my eye the most is the thing that this book says you kind of shouldn't do. I don't. It kind of. I'll be honest. The whole warning against it kind of feels like those in power trying to maintain power. But basically, I read about this thing where a vampire can eat another vampire. They call it diablerie, and so basically, it doesn't. It's very complicated. Like as I did, it wasn't a very straightforward thing. But basically, like it was talking about how to create like blood bonds. Do you guys know what a blood bond is?
I don't even know what I am, dude.
Well, it's this shit. Okay, I watched Blake do it. So maybe she can explain it a little bit better. But basically, if you feed your vampire blood to somebody and you do it enough times, like they become like, this book calls them ghouls, but they're basically slaves.
Yo, you get slaves. Oh my god. You see Rain's eyes just like light up with ideas that are probably not for the best.
No.
So it's like what she did to Diamond Jamie at the club.
I just thought he was really into her.
Well, no, I watched her feed him some of her blood, and he basically fell in love with her.
Became her thrall.
Right. But
That's
if
how
she
she
does
did
it 2 more times, like this year, then he just becomes like this like mindless slave that'll do whatever she wants. Like, and when I mean whatever, I mean like whatever.
She just tell him to walk off a cliff and fucker will go.
Potentially.
God damn. Normally you gotta pay for that loyalty.
But if you, so you know, like when we feed, you're like, you know, you could potentially drink someone dry.
Oh yeah. You wait. I don't have to?
No, dude, have you been killing everybody you feed?
Oh. Well, not the last guy, but like the no.
I'm gonna let Alex handle that one. Anyways, if you do that to another vampire, you can like gain their powers in a way. Like, it's really confusing because like this
Yeah.
it's like talking about like biblical shit having to do with like the blood of Cain. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I have no idea what Adam and Eve's
Yo, we
kids
can
have to
level-
do with this shit.
We can level up from eating this dude?
In a video game sense, that's what it seems like. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like no, like.
But
me
but
and,
there's also like,
me and Bishop play video games.
yeah, but there's like a warning, right? Because if he's too strong, if he's like a really strong vampire, and like you try to do this, there's a potential that he could like take you over.
Well,
And-
what if we all eat a bit of them?
I don't know.
Well, fuck. I know you, and I'm okay with you, and I don't make friends easily.
No, I think
I don't want to.
in order to gain their powers, you have to fully consume them. They call it the final death. Um, and when you fully consume someone, it's basically like you're ending their unlife, right? You know, so like we live forever, right? Like you're not like dying, you know?
Well, he's not living much, stuck to a fucking desk.
Right, but like you could like it's not like you're basically drinking his soul is what it feels like.
That's
So
fucking
it's low calorie.
um it kind of feels like it's like a big no-no with the Camarilla though. But again, I kind of feel like that's like the older generations of vampires that this book is talking about, trying to be like, don't be as powerful as us. You know, like people in power want to protect their power, and it kind of feels like saying, hey, you can't eat somebody more powerful than you is a good way of protecting that power. But it does mean that if somebody in the Camarilla finds out, there's the potential, you know, that there could be some consequences.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about those people, but I know some of us do. And I'm gonna eyeball Blake. But I'm more so fucking worried about you losing, Victor taking over you.
I don't want to do it. I was thinking Alex could do it.
I'm arguing with Charles over brushing his teeth, so I'm like half here. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're all good. I just gave you a dirty look because I think you're a what's the, not Inquisition.
She's a
the
Camarilla loyalist.
Camarilla stooge. Ooh.
You just found out what that is.
So?
You don't even know what it means. Go give your dirty look somewhere else. This place is disgusting enough.
Well, if we eat this dude, are you gonna go tell people?
We're in the
I don't know. I guess try and find out. See what happens.
Oh,
So,
it's also gonna like make you more vampire-y.
I thought you didn't want to be. Oh, it's for Alex, right? You don't want to do this. This is all your idea for Alex. You know what, Terry? I like your thinking. All right, Alex, you want to eat this dude?
I mean,
what
like,
all does this diablerie ritual involve?
I think
How
it
do you
literally
drink
just
one's
involves
soul?
you drinking him dry. You just sink your teeth in and don't stop. But part of the problem. Hold on. Storyteller.
Yes.
Is there a way to identify which generation Victor is from?
Nope.
I know this might sound weird, but do any of these books have information on Victor?
From what you've been able to see, and I'm gonna say that, like, at this point, because I know we talked about you guys had sort of crashed here one day, and I'll say you've taken some time to determine what to do. So you've had a few days to kind of do what you feel like you need to do. In coming through what you've been able to go through so far, there's nothing about Victor in any of this stuff. Like, this was his collection of information about other people, not anything about his own stuff.
Yeah, so Alex, you're taking a chance but you have to overpower him, basically.
Seems easy enough.
Is there any way I can loan him some of my power?
It is up to the storyteller.
Because the potential victim here is already subdued, like he's staked, he can't resist. There's really no other assistance that can be provided.
Okay. So I'm the hold them down guy. I got it.
It's already staked.
Yeah.
I mean, thanks.
What's happening up there?
Charles is brushing his teeth.
It's stomping around?
Yes. He's actually rolling around on the floor while stomping simultaneously.
Oh.
How do you brush your teeth?
That's the real
Standing
question.
up, looking at myself sad.
You're doing it wrong. You could be rolling around stomping.
Could be getting a cardio workout in while you do it. In terms of game mechanics, in order to do the diabolic test, Alex is gonna roll.
Oh no, you don't share that.
Oh.
I know you've read the rule book and everything.
I wasn't sure. Okay, it'll be a surprise.
All right, let's go. I'm excited for this.
No drawbacks whatsoever. All right, let's do this.
Hello, Alex Victor.
So, how long is this supposed to take?
I have no idea. This book just basically says don't do it.
Hey, Alex, real quick. I know this is like awkward timing. Do you want us to kill you if Victor takes over?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Hell yeah. Fuck that guy.
All right, homie, I got you. I'll take care of you. Don't you worry.
Get the stakes ready.
So Alex, what are you gonna do?
All right, then. If needs be done, then let's get doing. He's going to make his way back down that long stairwell down to that room where there's that single figure staked through at the desk. He's going to circle around a couple of times. I guess, like, clean up around the neck of Victor because he's been sat here for a while, so I'm sure he probably... I don't know if vampires have BO or not.
I like
But-
to think because you're a doctor, you have like an alcohol wipe in your pocket that you just
Yeah,
open up and
like,
clean it.
I don't want to get an infection just from biting this guy. It's like I'll clean down his neck.
Oh, Terry's coming down to watch this, by the way.
Rain is following and doing his oh god, I forgot what it's called. I don't know if I need to roll a check for my ability to get the claws. Just in case shit goes south.
Hey there, soldier. Seems as though your fight is over now. Wanted to thank you for what you're about to contribute, and know that your efforts will not have gone to waste. I'm just gonna sink my teeth into Victor.
Okay.
See how this goes.
Just give it a try. A little taste.
So, I mean, Alex is still obviously very young as far as his vampire life goes. So you've never fed on anyone that wasn't human.
Nope.
And the act is the same. You know, your sort of like the physical act is familiar. But there's no heart pumping the blood around. The blood itself it's almost resistant. It's much harder to sort of pull it out of the body.
It's like a thick milkshake.
Yeah. It's an excellent way to put it. And it just takes a while. Like, in the amount of time that you're spending to just get that first bit of his vitae out, you could have already fed entirely on a human. And so you just sort of have to stay there. And doing this, like the challenge of even trying to consume the blood from another vampire is difficult. So the first thing you need to do is I need you to make a strength and resolve test.
All right.
And it's going to be a difficulty 3.
Come on, Remy.
Oh no!
That's a
Oh no!
negatory.
Okay. So the first thing is that you try to consume as much of this creature's blood as you can. But the problem is that it's fighting you. Like, the blood itself does not want to be consumed. And in the struggle that you're having to ingest this, whatever spark is inherent in the blood of a vampire that brings all of these things to fruition is lost. You drink some blood, it has no filling, you don't feel fed afterwards. And whatever power was lingering there that was keeping Victor even partially alive in this torpor state is extinguished, and his body turns to ash.
Yo, did you do it?
I,
Oh, that was. Ugh.
oh, I guess that's it.
Did you level up, bro? You level 2?
Oh, it feels disgusting. There's ashes in my mouth. Oh,
Nice. Fuck yeah, bro. You look buffer. You look stronger.
I feel so like I'm gonna be sick.
Did it work? Terry? What's the book say?
I
I'm
don't
just
think.
gonna sit down for a moment.
I don't know, Alex. Do you think it worked?
My head's still spinning a little bit every time I open my eyes.
It's
It's almost like I was sucking the air out of a bubble, and then the bubble just like kind of popped in my face.
That doesn't sound like you did it.
I've never siphoned a soul out of a body before. I don't know what all that entails. Maybe that's what it feels like when a soul leaves the body.
So, Alex, in addition to failing the test and being unable to assume Victor's powers, whatever they may have been, for intentionally and deliberately attempting to, consume someone to destroy them, I'm giving you 2 stains on your humanity track.
All right.
Well, was worth
That's
a
fucked
try.
up, bro. You tried to eat that dude.
Speaking of which, anyone else hungry?
I could. Honestly, I could. I've been sober for a little bit. It's boring.
And speaking of rain,
Yo.
you needed to make a rouse check.
Oh, for my claws?
Yeah, to see if those claws come without making you hungrier.
Okay. I was like, I've been standing outside on my patio smoking weed and cigarettes. Let me go log into
Smoking's bad
roll
for you,
20 real
Jeremy.
quick. Living
I mean,
is
I can
bad.
roll it for you if you want.
Oh, no. I like doing that. Clickety clacks.
You don't want me to roll that for you? You sure?
What's wrong? Don't you trust your dungeon master to roll for you?
No, I do.
I trust my
but
dungeon master.
wanna-
I don't trust my storyteller.
Good call.
I'm gonna hotbox motor.
Is there a button for a rouse check? I forgot. I'm sorry.
There is.
Right under hunger.
Oh, there it is.
You did it. You're
Nice.
aroused.
And for what it's worth, Ben, I also helped Amanda finish making her character.
Excellent.
So
I'm
Blake,
finally caught up. So
Blake
you
now
guys
has
have experience.
advantages and
Going to
flaws.
All right, so Victor is now just ash on the floor.
Well, that solves that problem at least.
All right, cool.
No
Blake.
sunshine anywhere needed.
You hungry,
This-
Blake?
Always, yes.
Should we go to the Black Cat?
Bro, there's nothing for me to fucking eat.
It's not really the best place to go for
We could swing by another one of those Russian apartments.
Yo.
I'm not gonna find
I-
anything to eat there.
Oh, there's plenty
By
of eat
Russians.
there. Just eat a Ruski, you'll be fine. Ruski brewskis. Brewski brewskis. Rain's gonna start chanting to try to get Terry hyped for Ruski brewskis.
Blake, where do you eat at?
You guys wouldn't be able to go there.
Even me?
Maybe you.
Come on, get me in.
You guys really, like, I don't know, after the last place we went, I'm not sure.
I'll be on my best behavior.
That's what
Your
you say.
best behavior left it. You painted the walls with the guy.
What if you see a door again?
You know what? Y'all are being. What's the vampire term for racist against somebody else's clan? You gotta be a clanist.
What, bro? I thought you liked to romance your victims.
I can do that where she's going. You guys said no to the Black Cat.
No, my
she said no.
Yeah, no. You guys are more than welcome to go to Black Cat. I have other places to go, and it's just, you don't.
See, and I could just go with her and do the same thing I do with the Black Cat.
It's not really how it works.
What do you mean it's not how it works?
I have a relationship with these people, and they understand what I need, and I get in, and I get it, and I get out. It's not about, oh, well, hey, let's talk about your feelings. No. I don't care about that. It's not important.
You want to go under the bridge?
Under the bridge? What?
That's where I eat.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just don't have a bunch of people who are like, no.
The reason she has a whole bunch of people is because she doesn't devour them.
Well, eat.
It's true. You can't just kill everyone that leaves a trail, and I didn't know you were leaving a trail, because
I didn't kill the last guy. He was actually a cool dude. Me and him got high, chatted about his life. You know?
Is it the one where we ended up having to kill 3 people for?
Who we got? We're killing Ruskis?
I don't remember. What were those 3 people where we just broke into their The Russians? Were those the Russians?
Yeah.
No, those were Inquisition, I thought.
Okay, look,
The three
my
people-
memory is completely shot on everything that's happened.
The three people she's talking about were vampires, and those were the Russian vampires that we jumped.
Those were not the guys that you got. Okay, yeah, but you know what? No, you know what?
I'm sorry. We've killed a lot of people, and I just want to kill some more, and now you guys are telling me you don't want to kill Russians when I have yet to get Russian blood on my fingers.
All I'm saying is you're leaving trails, and trails can be tracked and followed, and that's what we're not supposed to have.
Yeah, but we're supposed to kill the... If our trails lead to the Anarchs, and the Inquisition finds them, I mean, is that a bad thing? Oh my god, Rain accidentally had a good idea.
Making a trail?
Towards the Anarchs.
How? You want to kill more people?
No, we just keep killing people until we reach the Anarchs, and then we leave it alone.
If you keep killing people, you're gonna attract the Inquisition's attention more than the Camarille's.
The Camarilla is the one who wants us to kill these people.
Yeah, but we have to do it in a way that we don't attract the Inquisition's attention. Humans are
So
still
I don't
out
get-
there.
So I'm not killing Russians tonight?
And to be honest, I wouldn't mind getting a little of the Inquisition's heat onto the Russians.
Yo.
Well,
Are you hungry?
I have 2 dots of hunger.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize you were that hungry, bro.
I got that too.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so I'm happy to go and get food.
You
but
know what?
We'll just go our separate ways, and we can meet back at the place we call home.
What, you don't want to eat under the bridge with me? It's a
No.
delicacy.
Don't even want to look at the bridge. That place is disgusting. Thinking about it makes me want to die.
Well, that's just being dramatic.
Is it though?
A little bit. Just a tiny bit. Or why don't you take me to where you eat then?
You wouldn't know. Never.
I
Never.
don't need to romance them. I can walk in, do my business, and leave. It's like a public bathroom.
Oh. I don't even. I can't even. I've been in a public bathroom in a very. I can't even imagine. No, but you guys go to Black Cat. You guys will have a fun time. I'll make my way. I'll take care of my business, and I can meet you guys there. Okay, I'll be in and out. I'll be done, and I'll make sure you guys stay out of trouble for the rest of the night. Okay?
What if you get in trouble?
I never get in trouble. That's why I got put in charge of you guys.
Whoa, hey!
Well, hey.
Sorry, we're babysitting my mother-in-law's dogs. and
Okay.
one of them barked.
You were trying to say Blake got in trouble. I was like, no, Blake doesn't get in trouble.
No, I'm sorry. All the dogs just one barked and the other barked, and then finally the old dog just is slowly barking down the hallway. Okay, I'm good. Sorry.
We're good.
I mean, what are we doing with this apartment?
But
I want.
Blake is gonna go get food because Amanda has to go read to Charles and convince him that bedtime is bedtime now. So
Good luck. in the
Blake will be
conversation.
back. She's going to get num nums.
I was thinking about taking over this place because if we could, we just have to assume the identity of whoever Victor had it under. There's no way he was using his real information and whatever. And then this would be a good base of operations.
That's not a bad idea. I put my cot in the back.
I mean, this place is a little more well protected than the bodega.
Did we ever find a secret exit?
Yes, we did.
Did we?
Out of Victor's place? Yeah. Blake found it. I've been thinking about the vampire game a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
So we eating at your place, my place. Where does Alex chew?
I mean,
Alex a bag man.
A bag man. What's a bag man?
we can swing by the Black Cat, I suppose. But we are going to have to deal with those apartments sooner or later.
You want to go eat at the
Better than
apartments
just
again?
I'd rather go after the Russians sooner than later.
You want to do it without Blake?
She can always be at the ready to meet us downstairs with a ride.
We can have
Things
Bishop
can tarry.
contact her.
We could take out the place that's near the bodega. I'm not that hungry. I mean, like, I'm hungry, but, like, I could be hungrier.
To be honest, after the whole Victor soul to Ash thing, I'm not so sure that I want to eat right now.
That's fair.
Well, I want to try eating. That sounds cool. Wonder if I can catch me one of those vampire Russians eating them.
Did you not listen to me when I told you that like it's really looked down on and like people can like see that stain if you actually are successful? Like, if you do it, you need to do it for a reason, man.
Oh. I didn't know that. Shit.
Yeah, apparently,
It's been a
like,
while
there are
since
some
I've felt it.
vampires out there that can, like, sense your aura. Like, they could, like, smell your blood almost.
I'm one of those.
Wait, really?
Yes. One of my. I think it's an advantage. It's the Bloodhound advantage, where I can smell the resonance in a human's blood without tasting it.
Yeah, this is talking about, like, sensing the auras in other vampires.
Yeah, what he's talking about is something more like what you haven't seen it yourself, obviously, but you feel like it was something that Jay has done. That sort of sense of an extra kind of sense that allowed him to predict or react to things before they actually happened. Those sort of extra powers of observation or insight are what he's talking about and going above and beyond. You know, it's not literally a smell of the blood; it's a sense of it. But if you guys sound like you've basically decided you're going to go swing by the Black Cat. Or is Rain going to go down to the bridge?
There's the Black Cat, and I'm looking at the map right now. Where's Victor's apartment? I forgot which dot.
Uh,
Punk not punk
it's
ass.
the one we called the Archives.
Yeah, he's not the punk ass bitch lair. I think punk ass bitch lair. No, that was. I don't remember.
Punk Ass Bitch Lair is where you found the guy that you chased back from the Black Cat, who had turned
Oh,
his like friends.
right. That is a punk ass bitch. I mean, we could head towards the Black Cat. Maybe take a stop off of Hemlock and Main Street. You know, just quick pit stop, see what's up.
I'm down.
I think there's a. We drove past there. I think there's like a game shop on one of those corners.
Yeah.
Think the new Game Stork is what it's called. Just deliver games. They're going under. Jay was telling me. But apparently a bunch of people bought stock in them or some shit.
Yeah, I practically tripled my profile overnight.
Is that a stock thing? Jay explained what stocks are. I don't get them still.
It's like playing with imaginary money, or money that's not yours and it's other people's, so that you never really lose your own funding. If anything, actually drastic changes.
Wait, you can make money off other people's money? Wait, can you make me money off other people's money if I give you money?
Rain, you've got so much to learn about the internet.
I thought it was just porn and video games.
That's a good portion of it.
That's a pretty good portion. Are we in your Suburban?
It could be.
Well, she took off in her Mustang, and I think that's the only vehicles we have at the moment.
That is correct. Those are the
We-
two vehicles you have free access to.
I wonder if there's a vampire taxi service, maybe a Boober.
If there is such a thing, you don't have access to it.
Damn. I do know that there is a crew that cleans up messes that Blake has access. Oh, but that costs a favor. Oh, man, they must make good money. 24-hour vampire cleanup crew? Got a big bank.
Vampires are messy.
So are we in the bourbon right now?
Alex is going to be like the last one out of the apartment, and on his way back out to the Suburban, he's going to like double back and just probably like vomit a good portion of whatever he sucked out of Victor, just like this black inky ichor into one of the alleyways, just getting that all out of his system.
And it's just like what you're saying. It's like what comes up is this like much darker. It's not exactly clotted, but it's not fresh blood. It's nothing like fresh blood. And you get this sense of, I mean, even in the fights that you guys have had, no one's really bleeding as a vampire. It's like it sort of oozes a little bit, but the blood almost does more to heal you than to actually show damage. And it's without that mystic spark that allows it to do what it does for a vampire. It is just old, nasty blood.
Gross. Oh.
You okay, bro?
I think I'm better off now.
Maybe we should go eat before we meet the Russians. Are you 100%?
I think I'm better off now.
You got
Terry,
some
why don't
you
you
got,
drive?
you got blood in your beard, dude.
Are there any wet naps in the Suburban?
It's your bourbon. So probably yeah. You have this weird cleaning thing going on.
Not as bad as Blake.
Not as bad as Blake. She hates me.
I mean, you can see why, right?
I mean, I'm not that dirty.
It's all a matter of perspective, though.
I'm I'm gonna smell myself and cringe a little. Oh, ah, maybe she's got a point. Just not used to having to.
Bathe?
Well, I mean, you had to bathe in the clink, or they just fucking hose you down. But I'm not used to having to care about my appearances so much. And if people in the top are more like her, I'm gonna have to clean up a lot. That sheriff dude looked all sharp. I look like I sleep under the bridge.
A look can go just as far as to defer a fight and propel it much farther than you might have anticipated. Fists
Which
can only get you so far.
I guess. I don't know, I don't know, it's a lot easier to just finish conversations with fist. Then it doesn't matter if I'm wrong.
For what it's worth, I prefer the way that you often conclude things with your fists rather than having to talk things over with imbeciles and idiots and come to some sort of middle ground.
Yeah, totally. Rain did not get that whatsoever. But yeah, oh shit. I just blanked on um Terry's name. Terry had a point though. You do got boss material. I get that like aura from you.
Like, you're one of the vampires that can detect auras, and that's the one that you're detecting?
No, I've just worked for a lot of mob bosses. Met a lot of them. The way they carry themselves and present themselves, you have a lot of it. I try to imitate it, but I'm just putting on an act. But with you, that's who you are.
Appreciate your perspective.
No problem.
You know what, Rain? I'll see what I can do about setting aside some sort of an investment fund for you. A small portfolio of some side assets that I was practically about to sell off anyways.
Hell yeah, bro. I'll take all the assets you got. Sounds dope.
I'll have my people get in touch with your people.
You're my people, though. You and Jay are my people.
I'll talk to Jay about it.
I take it Terry is not with us at the moment.
I'm back. Sorry, I was helping subdue the 5-year-old.
I figured.
He has been subdued, though. Where are we at?
Me and Alex were having a heart-to-heart in the Suburban.
Cool.
You're
Are we-
driving.
Okay, are we on the way to this dot?
Yep.
Well, we're on that way, but Alex just threw up a lot, so we're throwing out the idea of maybe just going to get a bite to eat somewhere.
What? No. What? No.
I thought
No,
Alex
I said I'm
wanted to
fine.
fight. I thought he said he
Oh,
didn't want to eat specifically.
Homie, I don't know, man. He just threw up a bunch when you were in the apartment.
I'm practically Victor free now.
Oh, you threw it all up? Oh, I guess that means it probably didn't work.
Only one way to find out. Better on some Russians than in the Black Cat.
That is true. Well, let's at least drive by and do some reconnaissance. Is there any chance we can get Bishop to take a look for us?
I just got a hold of him to get a hold of Blake to let her know where we're at.
Cool. See if you can't get any information on this place from him.
So the place that you're going, Bishop doesn't really have any information on, and it was actually Alex who spotted this the first go around when you guys were sort of scouting the neighborhood for the first time. He saw some unusual activity at this old, what is clearly an abandoned house, there off of Hemlock. And it seemed like there were people, sort of lingering or hanging out around this place that seemed, again, out of place. He didn't know if it was maybe a drug den, something, but caught his attention. And when the locations were provided, the three different areas of interest were provided by Chris Fawkes. He, the one that showed up as closest to the bodega was also the same abandoned house he'd noticed in his own observations around the neighborhood.
Well, that should be an easy one then.
Wait, so is this house considered in the same neighborhood as our bodega?
Yeah, it's like literally around the block.
Oh, fuck no, this transgression will not stand.
No, man, like
we
no.
gotta take them down.
Yeah, like it's stood too long as is.
We had to get rid of a sex trafficker.
Hey, I mean,
Now
these
there's
guys.
nothing left of him.
And we solved the mystery of Monica and Victor.
Yeah, if we can clean out our territory, we'll be looking like pretty big successes as far as the Camarilla is concerned.
Actually, wait, no, we never found Victor. Wink.
Oh no, he definitely skipped town, just like Monica.
I heard he liquidated all of his assets.
Also, storyteller. Can we say I grabbed that steak?
Sure.
Okay.
Um,
I think we should drop this in the river.
sure.
Just
You-
get rid of the murder weapon.
Like a
as
murder
well.
weapon, yeah.
Yeah.
Storyteller, Terry. I also have 3 dots in influence. Could I use my influence to kind of put Victor's apartment in like Terry's fake name or whatever, like in under a
Under a trust.
like a trust. That's a good one. That's a good idea. But like create like new ownership for the apartment.
Well, let's take a look at what the influence trait does. So
It's,
you have pull in the mortal community, whether through wealth, prestige, political office, blackmail, or supernatural manipulation.
But we just got an assload of blackmail.
Kindred with high influence can sway and, in rare cases, even control the politics and society of their city. So, with 3 points,
I'm entrenched.
so I'm going to say that what those 3 points to me are going to represent is both your knowledge and networking you had as a human, added onto by the information you found in the archives.
Yeah.
Fuck
So
yeah.
I'm going to say that
It'll
it'll take you just a little while.
Yeah, am I able to kind of find like Victor's lease or whatever and kind of figure out
Yeah,
how he was doing it?
Yeah, effectively, I'm going to say that, now that you know where he was located, sort of the layout of his territory, you can work the people like, people at City Hall,
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
So you start working some of that to get information. And again, it's going to take you some time.
Yeah, that's what I want to start doing.
But yeah, so I will say, go ahead and make me a check with your influence and whatever other attributes you feel is appropriate.
I could do charisma.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. I did do that right. I need to click.
Harry's very charismatic.
There's not a dice next to my influence. So then I'm just gonna roll charisma and charisma because it's 6 dots total.
Yeah, that'll work.
Do I get any modifiers for being fucking beautiful?
Not on this one.
All right, I have to try. Woo-hoo, baby! 6 successes.
Well done. So
I
yeah,
think that's the most successes I've ever gotten before.
And you needed that after your past couple rolls.
Right?
so what it turns out is that the kind of organizing and fighting that you've done in your human life had to do a lot with like horrible landlords and working to try to make sure that, you know, places weren't being sold out from under tenants illegally and, you know, that kind of stuff. So you've got a lot of connections in sort of the general real estate of the city. And you know exactly who to talk to figure out, you know, who owns what building.
Yeah, which
what
scumbag
companies
owns
it
this
is.
place?
Yep. And you basically have connections at each step along the path. So you figure, give it 2 weeks tops, you're going to have all the information you need. And then with some influence and connections that you can probably lean on Alex for, you can find a lawyer who maybe is a little more morally flexible, who can just sort of replace some deeds.
Sounds good to me. We'll get that process rolling.
A vampire lawyer would be fun.
How are you gonna go to court? The court hours are 8 to 5.
Not there's night court.
I mean, come on. You know that, like, every law firm, at least one of the partners is a vampire.
That's true.
Only
There's clearly bloodsuckers there, right, Ryan?
constantly.
Let's go fuck up whoever lives here. Vroom vroom.
Can I use my streetwise to see if I notice any like sketchy people standing outside that shouldn't be there, like a lookout?
Absolutely.
Can I use my streetwise to drive effectively to not arouse suspicion?
No.
Okay, can I use my larceny? It's better.
Can I use streetwise and wits for that roll?
Sure. I was just enjoying saying that he could use streetwise and you couldn't.
Fine, I'll use larceny. Is that what the larceny skill is used for casing a joint?
Isn't there a drive skill?
There is, but I'm more so wanting to actually like be effective in the way we're scouting. But I do have, because I have 3 points in larceny. I'm gonna find the where are the skills? Here they are. Is it a physical skill? Larceny. I can identify the locations of security cameras and alarms so as to best bypass them. In a way. No, I think it's more of a streetwise thing, honestly.
Either
No.
way.
Streetwise is talking the language.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, larceny actually makes a lot of sense.
I'm going to say that you don't really need to pass a particular test
Oh,
I got
good.
to
That's what I do.
drive. Yeah.
I fly
So-
casual.
But Rain, you're observing and you see some people that you're not so sure about. You don't quite get the like drug den feel, and Lord knows you would know what that feel is like. But you also don't like this house. Just right now, it just really looks kind of abandoned. Like no one seems to be connected to it that you're observing.
It looks abandoned. It looks whatever's in there is quiet. which means whatever we do is going to be loud.
There's no telling how many of them could be inside. I wonder why here.
We could just go in.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
At the very least, we can just have some words. We don't have to fight them necessarily.
Oh, they're just going to knock on the door?
We can always end things with our fists if need be.
And so as the three of you, I assume you've parked maybe somewhere further down the block.
Yeah, we'll like park around the corner. We know this neighborhood well.
Do we hear Blake's Mustang?
You do not hear Blake's Mustang, because Blake's Mustang is in a parking garage downtown. And Blake,
She wouldn't fucking take me downtown. Bullshit.
where have you decided to go?
You're gonna make me remember the name. Hold on. I think I have it in a folder. I hope it's this computer. The Eclipse. I still have it. The same place. That's my place.
Okay, so you're going back to the Eclipse. Excellent.
That's a cool name.
It's the cool place.
I'm already dizzy.
Ah, Dizzy. See, you would have never made it. This is why I couldn't bring you.
This is why.
So you go upstairs and walk in. You go back to the bar and you see the same bartender as the last time. And he, looks up at you and says, "Ah, Miss Blake, welcome. What may I do for you?"
I've had the most exhausting. When was the last time I was here? A few days?
Yeah, it's been a few days.
I've had the most exhausting few days that I've had. Probably in my entire life. I would really love to just relax for a little while, if that's possible.
Of course. But I did have a message for you. So perhaps if you would, and he hands you a very nice piece of parchment paper that's been folded over and sealed with a wax seal. If you wouldn't care to go to the back booth.
I will take the lovely parchment and make my way to the back booth. It's a pleasure, as always. And she's going to look at this daunting paper. There's so much shit she's done. This can only be bad news.
And when you get back to the booth and have your seat, the bartender indicates that your drink will arrive soon. But you've got, and again, it's a single sheet of parchment paper, but it feels much heavier than that.
Oh, yes, it does. I'm going to take a second to, look around. Is there, it's not usually crowded in here. That's the best part of it. Super chill vibes. Is there anyone looking at me or anything like that?
No, everyone's
noticeable, but,
You see some people you've seen here before, some people you recognize from the circles you run in, but no one's paying particular attention.
Then I will take this opportunity to open the wax sealed parchment paper.
And inside, written in a kind of messy hand, is a note. And it says, "Dear Blake, it has been most interesting to hear about the exploits and adventures of your new associates and yourself. I am so glad that the cleanup team could help you. It was quite the task, they assured me, but it was taken care of. I thought you should know that I've had reason to trade your favor to Chance. And I fully expect that he will come to collect sometime very soon. It has been wonderful doing business with you, and I look forward to our next get-together. Signed, Sphinx."
Can you remind me who? Oh God, the name you just said. Not
Chance.
Sphinx.
Chance.
Chance. Jesus, it was in my head until I started talking.
So,
Have I heard that name? Like, I mean, I feel like Blake definitely has.
yeah,
But
Blake has, you haven't.
yeah, I was like, I don't remember that one. I'm like, I know I'm bad with names, but I feel like I don't remember that one.
You should have a handout now that has a picture and a very short description.
I don't have a picture, but there is a description.
Oh, you don't have the picture?
No.
Okay, well,
Oh God. Ew.
and what you know is that Chance is a member of the council. He doesn't hold a particular position like the sheriff, but he is influential within the city. And he, the sort of the face he presents to the city at large is as a member of a family that has basically kind of like a Walmart-like chain of stores. And the other thing you know about him is that he is a Malkavian. And Malkavians are, well, just different.
Blake is going to elegantly fold up the parchment, as you see in many, many movies, and tuck it away. And her resting bitch face does not change. However, she feels sick to her stomach.
As is probably appropriate. But about that time, a quite pretty young woman comes and sits at the table across from you. She is, you'd estimate, about 30. There's just some like a maturity to her look, but she could easily pass for someone in her, mid-20s. Has shortcut, kind of pixie cut blonde hair. And when she addresses you, she speaks in a foreign language.
I will
What-
just smile and nod.
Well, what languages do you think Blake speaks? So I know that's not something that's necessarily on your character sheet.
I feel like she'd speak all the bougie languages. What are bougie languages? Like, I feel like she would be
Italian,
Like French and Italian.
and French. Yeah, like I feel like those ones for sure. And then I feel like she has to know some like maybe
Mandarin.
Mandarin, yeah. Mandarin, French, and Italian. That sounds
All right.
Really good languages.
Well, this young lady addresses you in a very natural and fluent French language, and just introduces herself and says, "I have so enjoyed my time here in New Amsterdam. It's been so wonderful to meet new people. I would love to get to know you."
It would be a pleasure. And she'll like usher for the lady to sit next to her.
And you begin having a very pleasant conversation with this young woman. And depending on how you choose to feed, you have ample opportunities because she is both pleasant company and a willing participant.
It's funny because I just told Terry this isn't what happens here, but that's okay. He doesn't need to. I needed a pleasant conversation with a pretty person.
Whoa. Wow.
Don't act like you don't know. You know what you are.
Terry is pretty, okay?
Yeah, I wasn't talking about you. The other person in the midst. Let's eat under a bridge because we're trolls. And you know what, Terry, you're in the doghouse too. I got this fucking letter that I owe Chance.
That's true. That's true.
Gonna bring you to my fancy ass place? No, you guys. The only good one between you guys is Alex, and he just ate a guy, and turned him into ash.
Ashed him.
He ashed him. What am I supposed to do? Can't keep up with you three.
Maybe if everyone around you's a butthole, maybe it's not them. Just saying.
Just remember, she got assigned.
I didn't get a choice.
That's hilarious.
Rules are rules, okay? I follow the rules.
Yeah.
I follow the rule, kind of.
Let's just say she's working off multiple favors.
And now, another one. This is how we do it.
All right. So we'll leave Blake there with her message and her drink, and go back to the house. How have you guys decided to approach?
Let me pretend to be a junk.
Is there a stealth option here?
Oh, absolutely.
I have 2 dots in stealth. I'd like to move stealthily, please.
Let me knock on the door as a junkie. Maybe try to get an idea of how many people there are. I know they get it all the time. Yeah?
So
What do you think?
I can stand just around the corner, holler if things get rough.
Yeah, you
I
can
mean,
keep an eye out for humies.
If I pull
What do
their
we call
attention, I'll-
humans?
I don't know. I'm just calling them humans right now. Humans is fun.
Lunchables.
Damn,
Capri
man.
Suns.
Jesus.
It's your lifestyle now. You might as well learn to live with it.
I think it just sticks out too much. Also, it's lame. And white.
Oh,
Says the guy
hey.
coming up with humies.
Humies? How about meat? Was that too much?
Lacks a je ne sais quoi.
That's fair.
We'll workshop it.
Keep an eye out, Alex.
Will do.
You guys want to sneak around back while I pull their attention to the front?
For anyone sneaking out the back.
And if there's not, you guys can just pop in the back. Ambush them. Wait, are you guys actually wanting to talk this out? Because I'm planning on just cutting throats the minute I can.
You know what? Let's talk. I'll talk to him, and you
All
can
right,
back
I'm
me
not.
up. Be your persona. Back me up.
What? No,
Just
I'm on ambush idea. I'm gonna sneak around back
all
as I
right.
like slowly walk away
Well, you have
towards the
like
back
3
door.
dots in stealth, don't you?
Yeah, no, stealth is my forte.
Yeah, yeah.
Stealth, lock picking.
All right, you go back
And I'll
out
back
back,
you
and
up.
Terry will walk up. All right, let me think. Okay, Terry, I'm sure as a community organizer used to do canvassing and stuff like that, so he's gonna pretend that he's doing like canvassing, and he saw somebody
At
home.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Terry's just gonna knock on the door. He's a big scary dude. I mean, like,
So when you approach the door and you go knock, 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 the door actually just swings open.
maybe no one's home. Hello? Anyone home?
You get no response.
Terry's just gonna like kind of push in the door, and then he's gonna walk in. Are there any lights?
There are no lights. Like you flick the switch, power's clearly been cut off at some point in the past.
Can I see in the dark as a vampire?
What abilities do you have towards that end?
Is that a thing? Do you need an ability for that?
think so.
I have an ability that gives me it when my eyes glow red.
Oh,
Called Eyes of the Beast.
well, that's pretty cool. I don't know. Terry's gonna make sure that there enough like moonlight to see with.
Yeah, I'll
he,
say
if he opens the,
you know,
the windows.
There's like the ambient city light and that.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
like the street lights and stuff like that. Okay, like Terry's just gonna walk through the house then.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to have
carefully-
like flashlight eyes and be able to see everything.
No, like he's
But-
gonna carefully walk around. Like he'll
As
stealth.
Terry-
He'll kind of stealthily like go like from room to room. Like because Terry's got streetwise. He's got 3 dots of larceny. Like he's this is not his first rodeo doing this kind of a thing.
I would like to enter the back door as they enter the front door to try to clear and meet in the middle.
Okay.
Terry
I'd like
will
to-
also instead of in common or in common instead of in English, he'll say hello in Russian or whatever.
And Rain, as you come in through the back door, which you also found unlocked,
I'm going to use my Eyes of the Beast and my feral weapons. So that's a rouse check. I ain't hungry.
No sweat.
I don't
Alright.
know if there's a number of time I can use those per day.
no, you just have to make a rouse check each time that you want to use them.
Okay.
And basically, it's just you're using your powers, and it is eventually going to make you hungrier.
That's fair.
And if you use them when you're already hungry, bad things happen. Like if you're super hungry and use a power and then it rouses you, like bad things happen.
Yeah, that's when you go into like a feeding frenzy.
Okay.
So you guys go wandering through. Terry, like you're able to make your way stealthily around this abandoned house, but given that it's as dark as it is and you don't have the sort of heightened senses to make it so you can see clearly, you're just able to tell if the house is basically empty.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no smell of people, or there's no smell of fresh people. And the house is kind of rank from just debris and crap that's been left behind and sort of rotting from the inside.
Is there a basement?
You can start looking for one.
Yeah.
The rain, where you do have improved senses that give you some additional advantages. You can tell that the house has been like there's been some rough stuff going on in here. You see like discarded needles and things laying in the corners. You can do all kinds of, or you can see all kinds of just waste and debris. Like people have clearly been squatting here at various times. There's probably been, people camping out, sleeping here, all kinds of, again, paraphernalia for various drugs. But what you're also picking up is that there are damaged places in the house that don't look like they're just wear and tear. Like it looks like someone's been fighting here, or something much more violent happened.
Do I see any blood stains or splatter anywhere?
As you begin to try to look specifically for that, you do see some like blood staining on the floor in the kitchen.
Do I have anything towards nothing in investigation? And I got awareness and survival. Can I tell like what type of fight took place here through that?
Sure.
Kine? Kine? Quinoa?
Kine. Kindred and Kine.
So I'm just rolling charisma because it's 2 dots. I'm not sure how to roll 2 skills together.
Yeah, so you can see there's again some blood staining, but you can't quite picture what happened here. Like something violent, but that's about all you can pick out.
I'm gonna keep going towards the house until I meet up with Terry.
And as you sort of work your way through the kitchen and the back part of the house, you find Terry as he's in a hallway, sort of in the middle of the house, looking, opening and looking inside doors, seeing if he can find some sort of basement access.
Hey, I think who was ever here got fucked up. Looks like there was a big fight in the kitchen.
Who do you think they were fighting with? Like,
My only thoughts is themselves or the Inquisition. Who else is gonna fight them? Everybody else is just gonna die.
did you see any bullets?
I just saw. I wasn't paying attention for bullet holes. I just saw blood and like it looked like someone got thrown into the wall at some point. Is Alex behind you? Is he
Yeah,
behind you?
he's outside. Ooh, I like that one. Juice bag. That's pretty much a Capri Sun. Goddamn. Terry will like whistle for Alex to come inside.
Scuttling. Juice bag. What about juice bag?
Juice bag's
I
good.
like that one.
We could say JB too, for short.
I'm gonna go chat down on some JBs.
Running low on juice.
Lay
looks like
back
they're
with
squeezed.
mind on my money and my money on my mind.
It looks like there was a fight here. I haven't been upstairs. I just came through the back door. Is there a basement or something?
I couldn't find one. But it's dark in here. I'm having a hard time seeing.
Oh shit. Wait, you can't see in the dark?
No, you can?
Yeah, see how my eyes are like red? It lets me see in the dark. It's like it's not like normal eyesight. Everything's kind of like gray and white, but I can see in the darkest rooms. Like,
Shit. But that's useful.
And
do I see any?
Harry, when you look at his eyes, you didn't pay too much attention to it at first, but as you guys sort of make your way back towards the kitchen, and there's a little bit more moonlight coming through the windows,
Is it
his
like
eyes have taken on that like nighttime glow you sometimes see in animals.
yeah.
Like if you were to shine a light across like a dog's, eyes at
Mhm.
night, and it just sort of reflects back at you.
Yeah, I know
Plus-
the exact type.
So
That's
instead of the eyes of the beast, can I have like cat eyes where they have like the slit or snake eyes?
They're like yellow eyes.
No, I still want it to be. I love the idea of the red, but just like the iris being a slit.
unfortunately for you, you're much more akin to a wolf than a cat.
Oh, so it looks like a wolf. Ah, fuck, I love that so much more.
And
Do my
one of
wolf
the
eyes.
things that you are noticing, I mean, you're a vampire. You know that you're more comfortable at night. And being in a city, like, you don't like being in the places where it's crowded. Like, this abandoned house feels much more comfortable to you than even the bodega does. Like, the fact that there seems to be no one else around, it feels more like a safe space for you. And there is something feral about this sense. Like, you, again, having all this concrete and steel around you is just sort of makes you itch a little bit. Being in this place, you're starting to relax more than you have in a while.
Yo, dog, I like this place. I'm not even gonna lie to you right now. I know you like your apartment, but how pissed would Blake be if I lived here?
This is why I have
You would
Rash.
you could not tell her. You'd have to lie to her.
She'd burn it down.
Yeah.
And then she'd yell at me about Inquisition. She'd burn it down my house. You know what? No, I like this. Wait, if the Russians live, we gotta see if they had a secret layer underneath.
Yeah, I was looking for a basement, or we could go upstairs too, but I don't think anyone's
So
here.
If Rain and Alex want to make me some sort of check, Alex, you also have a penalty for not being able to see well in the dark.
All right.
Did I make a search check?
You did not.
Oh. What kind of a check is that?
Well, let's take a look.
Can I do a subterfuge?
If you're specifically looking for hidden things, I'd say
Oh, I have
subterfuge.
investigation. There we
Yeah,
go.
this is definitely more of an investigation sort of check.
I don't have investigation, but I'm looking for something hidden where you would
Yeah.
like hide away your. Bro?
Bro?
Even looking for hidden? You find things in the open?
How about awareness in it?
Awareness will work as well.
I really like Vampire the Masquerade the more we play it.
The roll didn't pop up. There it is. Ah,
Two.
two.
Not bad.
Okay, so because of the darkness, Terry and Alex still can't really find anything. But Rain, whether it's just kind of the enhanced level of comfort you've got here, the ability to see, better in the dark, you start opening up a few of the doors, and you do find that what initially looked like a broom closet when you first opened the door is just kind of the top landing of a narrow staircase that's got a bunch of debris and basically old discarded brooms stuck up in a corner. But
You know
it does
what it
actually
was?
go downstairs.
You know what it was? This is where I would put a secret room. This is fucking perfect. Like, if I had to pick a spot, this would be the spot.
Oh fuck! I checked that closet.
Bro, I hope there's something down here to kill. I'm just gonna pull out my claws and chuck at them. I'm a little giddy. This is fun. Rain's having a good time tonight.
So, and again, it's not that it's hidden. It was just easy to overlook when in the dark. But you go down the narrow stairs, and there's a relatively small, just dirt floored, cellar.
Yeah.
And as you're looking around, Rain, you do see something interesting on the floor. You see multiple mounds of dirt.
Like body-sized mounds?
Does kind of look like body-sized mounds, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna walk over with my claws and see how much dirt I can move in one scoop. Pretty much just grab it, move as much dirt until I can figure out there's somebody under there or somebody dead.
So the dirt has been, decently well packed. So it is kind of like digging into it's not thoroughly compacted, so it is a little bit loose.
I can roll brawl plus dexterity.
No, it's not difficult. I'm just trying to give you a sense of how it feels.
Terry can also help you.
And as you start to disturb the dirt, immediately the smell of decay hits you.
Oh, dog.
Ooh, that's a smell. I'm
What
gonna
is
keep
that?
digging until I figure out what's underneath this dirt pile. Who's underneath my dirt pile?
And you said you're going to stop digging, or you're going to keep going?
Keep digging until I reveal.
So as you sort of focus just going down in a small area.
Yeah.
And as you eventually you start to feel something that feels it's not dirt, it's something else. And you're able to pull up the very sort of tattered and worn arm of a jacket.
How old does it look?
I mean, it's definitely seen a lot of wear. I mean, the fashion looks, last 15, 20 years. I mean, it's kind of one of those puffy winter jackets that anybody could have.
Fuck, I'm gonna keep digging until I reveal the body, and pretty much just try to dig the body out, or reveal it.
And as you scrape enough of the dirt away, and again, the smell's getting pretty bad.
Also, I'm still wearing my tuxedo that Blake bought me.
Oh Jesus!
You who looking for mittens to go with that jacket?
I'm just wondering who the fuck this is and why he's dead here. And plus, I don't want him here.
I don't
And
expect he's
as you
giving you any answers.
You clear enough dirt away that what you see is you don't recognize the person, but the look of the clothing, the look of the body says this was someone who probably was squatting here or came here, to use drugs and was violently killed and then buried down in this basement.
Oh, bro, I think I'm just digging in somebody's leftovers.
Yeah,
How many mounds are there?
but the question
Or
is, whose leftovers?
The question is where the fuck they went. See, my problem is we come here to fuck up people, they're gone. We go find Victor to fuck up Victor, he's already been staked. And we don't know by who. There's another player in this fucking game, and he already knows where everything's at.
Well, if this is his hideout, he should have to come back round before morning.
We don't even know if this is his hideout. I do like this place. I could fill this place. Nice, safe, warm location. Fuck, dude, I could turn this into a little buffet for Rain. Turn this crack house into a crack home.
This place should be condemned.
Well, yeah, but no one's gonna do it. Are you gonna do it? You're gonna raise the property values of this neighborhood and get everybody else evicted?
I could make a few calls.
Look, I know we took a dark turn, but I don't want to be corporate evil. That's a different type of evil.
Well, nevertheless, you probably want to get in touch with Terry's lawyers. They were able to swing the properties once. That something like this should be a little easier for them.
I don't know. I think a property like this would be better if it was in nobody's name.
It wouldn't be too
I
hard to
just
figure
wanna-
out who owns a piece of land at least.
I'm just gonna go down to the bridge and let some people know, Sorry, my computer is going off with the storm warning. I actually think I need to go move stuff. I think it's about to rain at my house.
It is?
Yes.
Must be nice. It's not raining here.
I have to BRB.
Cool.
Sorry, but I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes.
So these are dead humans, just for like.
yes,
Okay. Do they have vampire fang marks? Can we identify that? Could Rain identify that for me since he can see?
yeah, I'll say that as he, is kind of looks over this one body that he's dug up. It's clear that this person died violently, but it does look like they were fed on first.
Okay, so it was vampires at least. We know that.
Alright, I'm back. My wonderful wife is Wonder Woman and did it all by herself, apparently.
Well, you just identified for Terry that there are puncture marks, so we do know they were fed on. So we do know this was a vampire's doing.
Just wondering where he went. Wanted to kill the fucker.
I mean, it could have been those punks that we killed that were up the street.
Yeah, but didn't we find their bodies there?
Well, no, I'm Lisa and Sean and Mike, the guys that we found at the punk ass bitch lair. It's just down the street from here. It could have been them.
I don't know, man. I don't like connecting dots just because it's convenient. It's a real good way to get killed.
Well,
I think Victor's place and this place are good locations, but I still think they're too fucking sketchy to stay at because we don't know who killed the people there.
all right. Well, should we go check the last Russian location? Because there's only one more left, right?
Where the fuck's Blake?
She was supposed to meet us here soon, right?
I don't know. do we even? I mean, now that she's not here, what do we think about having someone from the Camarilla babysitting us?
I mean, we need the Camarilla right now.
I mean, what if she tells them about Alex trying to drink that dude?
It wasn't successful. There's no proof.
I don't know, man.
It's
that
just
sheriff
hearsay.
That sheriff didn't ask a lot of questions.
Yeah,
That's actually a really good question to ask, though, as the group and as Blake. Were you there when Alex did this?
Amanda came in at the very last second of it. So I don't know if Blake saw it or not, because I literally came in and you guys are like, Andy turns to ash. And I'm like, wait, what? No. So
Maybe she was upstairs and just saw, like, heard some of the talk after the fact and, like, saw the vomiting.
Well, the way the night has played out, Blake was already gone by the time you went to the alley and vomited.
But she was there when he ate him.
Well, again, maybe not. That's up for that's for Amanda to decide. Because Amanda also has to decide, like, as as kind of the delegate of the Camarilla. I mean, again, all you guys have sort of been provisionally adopted into the Camarilla.
right.
So, as far as everybody else is concerned, you are members.
We're untouchable now. We're like gods.
But, it's just kind of a question of, because I think it is useful to think of the Camarilla kind of like the mob. Like, you can be in, and they can have rules. That doesn't mean everybody follows the rules. It just means if you choose not to follow the rules, you better not get caught.
That's what I said.
And all I'm saying is, Amanda needs to think about, did Blake decide that she was willing to stand aside and see if this happened? Or did she not, was she not there and you guys decided to take advantage of that to do something that maybe you shouldn't have?
God damn it, guys.
I think this place Junker Town.
You know what? I'll play it that Blake was there and she saw it happen, and she's these people's babysitter, so she's not to let them out of her sight. But she's also not the very best babysitter. And sometimes kids are gonna do shit, and you're just gonna like, oh fuck, the parents are really gonna be mad when they come home.
It kind of felt like Blake didn't even know that it would have been, like, against the rules. Like, Terry was the one reading the book. Blake couldn't even tell us what, like, fucking, gland she was in, almost.
Amanda, okay? I didn't buy the fucking book, okay?
Well, I'm also going to point out that, like, I mean, Blake is still, she's older than you guys as far as vampires go, but she's still also fairly young.
Blake has made mistakes too, okay? She's not perfect, despite how perfect she looks. But no, she didn't read the vampire book. She's learning through living undead.
All right. Well, you guys have basically, explored the extent of what is there, unless you want to dig up the other three graves.
No. Well, in fact, we'll put this guy back where we found him.
And Blake certainly didn't necessarily know you guys were going here. So I'm going to assume...
The Black Cat, because that's where we said we were meeting.
Okay, well, if we're going to go to the Black Cat, we got to take a shower, though. So
Why? Do you smell bad?
yes.
Huh.
So let's go to the 24-hour burn, work out, shower, and then go to the club.
I mean, I'm down for that. And you're fucking jacked, dude, by the way.
Thanks.
I'm
All right,
bad.
Alex, you down with this plan?
I suppose I don't understand the necessity to work out at a time like this, but
Well, we can. I just need an
I
excuse to
can
take a
make use
shower.
of the time otherwise.
I mean, you're driving. Unless. Are there any vehicles outside that look ripe for stealing?
I don't know. Make me a roll.
Oh, fuck yeah. Ooh, fuck yeah. Ooh, we're gonna roll for Grand Theft Auto. Da, da, da.
So, need you to roll me a D100.
Uh,
Do you want high or low?
can Terry assist once he actually finds the car? Because I have 3 dots in larceny, which is exactly hot wiring cars and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, if he finds a likely car, you can absolutely help him.
Okay.
So I was gonna pick low, I just never said it. And I rolled a 79.
Yeah, so this is not exactly the nicest part of town, so people tend not to just park on the street.
Ah, I don't see a goddamn thing.
That's okay. Alex, is your thing... Do you need the car for it? Like, do you want to just drop us off at 24-hour burn and then pick us up, or...
No, we can go by the gym.
I just want a
make use of
shower.
the
Do we have a
time that you're
shower at the
working out.
bodega?
There is a functional, bathroom. There's a whole like cleaning arrangement there, but there's a bathroom and there are places you can bathe. It's not really a shower setup, but there's also like hose connections. So you've got multiple options for how to get clean, but it's not going to be like go stand in a nice warm shower.
I feel like Terry's going to do the thing he's used to doing in this case, which would be taking a nice warm shower. I feel like Terry wants to seek comfort in this moment, and he wants to go to the gym.
No problem. That's why it's the 24-hour burn.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna burn.
Okay.
Plus, I love the idea of Terry working out and like Rain doing Terry's workout. Like, if you've seen that scene in Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Jake tries to keep up with Terry, like that's what I picture.
I haven't seen it, but I can picture it.
I will send you the clip. I will find it and I will send it to you.
I like to think Rain's a little bit more fit than Jake Peralta, but yeah, no, I can't keep up with you.
How many dots in strength do you have?
2, but
Yeah.
I have 4 dots in dexterity.
There you go. I have 4 dots in strength and 2 in dexterity.
I like to think that like where you're strong, but like when we go to like the punching bag, I can hit it quicker, but you can hit it harder. We got our bases covered in fights. We're unstoppable. Alex is working out? What does Alex do? Strength dex. Come on, bro. What you
Alex
got?
has got 2 in strength, 1 in dex.
Yeah. Okay, Alex, hit that bag. Hit that iron. Wait, can we work out as vampires and raise our strength?
Not really, no. I mean,
Because it's
Again.
not vampire strength.
yeah, your strength is actually coming from like the mystical nature of your blood and everything. It's no longer really based on your muscles.
Fargo.
That's fair. We gotta still look good. And we look good.
Well, remember, you look ill. In the best circumstances, you look like you've probably just getting over like a flu.
Yeah, but I got a 6 pack.
Yeah, you are ripped.
All right, that's all that matters, baby. I'm dying, but I look good.
Terry has like an
You
8-pack.
fucking
I like
Alex,
the. Oh my god! Wait, I like the idea of Terry and Rain flexing in front of a mirror, and you go to the mirror, and there's just no reflection.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
so Alex, as these two are getting into this whole like sort of semi-contest, like they're keeping it within bounds. They're not lifting like 600 pounds on the bench press or anything, but they're clearly distracted, sort of competing with each other. Even though the plan was just to get here and work up a sweat, so they had an excuse to go shower. You, on the other hand, are sort of observing the situation, and it's not exactly crowded. I mean, it's a 24-hour gym. It's 2 or 3 in the morning. Not exactly peak workout time. But you do happen to see there's like a few solo workout folks, and your bloodhound sense, like one of them smells pretty good.
So, like, Alex is going to make use of the time that while we're here and Terry's showering, like after he's cleaned off the smell of decay from himself.
Wait, Rain showering too? I don't want to smell like decay.
He'll try to make his way over to see if he can like get some contact information for maybe a meetup later when he's feeling hungrier.
So why don't you describe to me what this person looks like?
Well, because of his, I'm not sure if it's the Ventru.
It is.
Or
You have a refined palate, so there
Yeah.
are certain.
So he's only going after, or he can only effectively feed on the residents of like fit, athletic human bodies. And so approaching them as casually as possible, considering it's 3 a.m. at the gym.
And I also want to point out that your apparent age is 27, 28, and your specific restriction that you selected is that you really, really don't like feeding on anyone who's older than you, or even looks like they're older than you.
Oh my
Keep the blood
God.
young.
You're a groomer.
It's fine when you work at a hospital. There's plenty of people going in and out all the time.
They're always older. You gotta wait for that one special victim.
All those
Or-
interns, all those volunteers.
Oh wow, he is a groomer.
City hospitals are full of horny kids.
Are they?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
nurses.
You ever work the
interns,
free clinic?
med students?
Whoever Dr. Gregory Wilson is.
Dr. Cox from Scrubs.
Come on, newbie.
so what's that tasty juice box look like? Or juice bag?
Juice box
So
works.
fairly, we'll say it's a couple of athletic. I don't know, early college goers, age-wise.
Some college
It's weird
kids.
describing victims.
Next victim.
Describe it like a police report.
Early 20s, one blonde, one brunette. They had such high hopes, so much life left to live.
Oh God, how
But you know,
hungry are you?
it's that spark of life that the Ventures really feed on. That primo yearning, that like they've got that aspiration, that thing, that drive that gets them here at the gym at 3 in the morning. That that go getter attitude that he's really after.
And I'm even gonna say that's exactly like the thing, and it'll be the brunette. That's the one that really got you. Male or female?
We'll say male.
It's like the CEO, like grinder type, like like
Like
hardworking.
this guy, he has just graduated college. Like he's just finished. He's just starting med school. And he has like his routine now is that he gets up at like 2 in the morning. He gets in here, he gets a workout in, he goes back, he showers, and he gets, on the train to get to med school and start his classes at 6 a.m. And then he's volunteering for a night shift at the hospital to get that extra experience.
Oh, this dude sounds dreamy.
And he's been grinding on this for about 3 months now, and it's really starting to show, but that ambition is driving him to keep doing it.
Alex will like kind of feed into that, like talking about how he'll start dropping a few names from the hospital that he worked with, mention a few vacancies, and just kind of like take a mental note of like all these specifics and locations and times that he's mentioning where he's at throughout his day, so that I could potentially track him down later to murder them, like a vampire.
Excellent.
Some little juice box snack for later.
Now that you've picked out your next juice box, Terry and Rain finish showering up.
Yeah. Now we won't be so offensive to Blake.
What is it with you and Blake? You got a thing for her?
How could I was wondering, like, how does that work?
With what work?
Well, when a mommy bee and a daddy bee love each other very much.
Like,
They find a human to suck on like Lady
do
and the Tramp.
vampires even like do anything with each other?
I don't know, man.
Like, what are
Love's
vampire
love.
relationships like?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Kinky.
You
Like-
just have to follow your
Like,
heart.
if you asked me, like, is Blake hot? Yeah. Do I like her energy and like her attitude? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I had sex when I got turned, so I mean, vampires do something at some point.
Depending on how much humanity you have left.
Yeah. Oh fuck, dude. If you turn more vampire, your dick falls off. That's rough, bro.
It's more that the blood flow kind of stops because, the whole dead heart thing.
Ah, that's fair. It's really weird. You're just standing here close watching us take a shower.
Well, I already finished, and you're taking a long time.
He's not used
I
to
don't-
it.
I had a
Normally,
lot of... Right.
normally I'm used
I
to
had to tell him to
just
use
causing
soap.
them to speed up the process by making things uncomfortable instead of them dragging it out when
Yeah,
they have an audience.
I put him in the shower and then he would like hop out and I had to like grab him, like put him back in the shower. It's like
It's been 45 minutes.
he wouldn't stay in.
I just wanted to wrestle.
It was literally like bathing a dog.
I went and picked out a light snack for later.
All right. Well, let's go to the cat.
To the cat.
So, how much more are we going tonight?
I was gonna just let you guys, meet up at the Black Cat to not actually play through the hunting scene. Just say if you're hungry, you know attempt to find a victim, and then wrap it up.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break.
Do you
the
have
magic.
some place to be, Jeremy?
No, I'm just tired. It is
Hey,
story.
I do.
And I know it's getting late.
Yeah,
for Ben.
it's late.
Also, Ben, thank you for running.
Hell yeah,
I
man!
appreciate
I've been
this so
missing
much.
this so much.
And
I mean,
I love this campaign.
I've missed it too. And again, it's one of those. I know the only opportunity I've got that isn't going to interfere with everything else is doing it like these evenings. But some days because I'm on this alternate 5-day, 4-day work schedule, so I get every alternate Friday off. And sometimes by the time you get through the 2 work weeks, I'm just like I can't make it till midnight.
That's fair.
Now, how would you feel if on those days you're not feeling it, we played a different vampire game because we want to play more vampire?
But we want you to play as
If
well.
you felt
don't
like
have to-
playing, you're very much invited. Like, you wouldn't have to run it. You could just play a vampire in it if you maybe have the energy for that.
I mean, sure. I love the fact that you guys enjoy this game. I like running the game when I have the opportunity. I am not going to be offended in any way if y'all were like, I want to play more of this. Let's do another one.
Do you want
That's
to play in it?
Sure.
Yeah, because I figured playing is a little easier than running.
All right.
Yeah.
Now here's the question: do we want modern or historical?
I have a few ideas.
Because I have a couple historical ideas. I had this medieval zombie apocalypse taking over and different vampires. There's not so much as Inquisition as the vampires are trying to survive and keep their human populace alive, because that's literally if humans die, vampires are dead. You know what I mean? You can't lose your livestock when they all turn undead because you can't feed on zombies. And so it'd be like this alliances between kingdoms try to stop this undead horde. I'd base it out of France and Germany and all that stuff. And
I had
But I
an
don't know.
idea.
The French.
I had an idea for Gangs of New York, but with vampires.
Oh.
Civil War time period.
fuck, dude, that'd be cool. I want to make a cowboy vampire so fucking bad.
Cowboy vampire would be sick. And then my other idea was doing a modern day vampire game set in Phoenix and doing Phoenix by night.
What do you think, Amanda?
I like the Amsterdam one, but I feel like a different version would be more fun.
Like a historical one or like a modern Phoenix?
Historical one, because I mean, I like fantasy shit. I've enjoyed this, but mixing it up with a different twist is always fun. I don't know the back streets of Phoenix and be like, oh yeah, we murdered some people there at that mall. Huh.
Also,
What? You cut out.
I want to run Phoenix in my Fallout campaign.
Oh, that's right. You got dibs on Arizona.
But I didn't also want to. I don't want to be that guy if you want to, because they're two different games and two different worlds completely. You know what I mean?
yeah. Do you want to be the storyteller, Jeremy?
I don't know the system that as well as you and Ben.
I mean, I just have the book. Honestly, it just
Yeah,
helps
I mean-
because I could just look shit up.
And honestly, I'm gonna say I'm just flying by generally what the rules say and not really paying close attention. It's about the story.
I do like that aspect of Vampire because it's the rules we rarely come into aspect with the rules where it's more so about what we're doing and what's going on and who we're talking to. Whereas like D&D, it's very much like, here's your thing, here's the rules, go take care of it, guided by the rules. And I like I like the freedom of Vampire the Masquerade, where we can just sit down and have a whole session where we might not even roll, but we
Yeah,
can
I mean,
get so much
we
done.
we made like 8 rolls tonight.
And they're all good roles too, important roles. Man, I wanted Alex to drink that dude
I did too.
dry.
I wanted it so bad.
Like, of course.
I want to see
Of
him
course.
succeed,
Hold
and
on, I
then
wanna see.
see if Victor was going to take over.
Just
Man,
lose
I
Alex completely.
I also know it's
Damn,
one of
Terry
those-
would have nailed it. I realized because it's a strength and resolve, and I'm like, oh damn, I have way more dots in that than Alex does.
I like that end where you're the DM or storyteller of that, because you're like, that'd be sick as fuck. Do it. Ah, fuck, you fucked it up. That sucks, bro.
Well, it reminded me of failing in Baldur's Gate, where I was just like, "Yep, you failed. It's done now. Can't go back." It's like,
Where's
yep,
my reroll?
that's what happened to Victor. we
I
made
need
the
7
decision.
fucking inspiration and three thieves tools, and I cannot pick this door.
I cast guidance on him.
Watch me roll 2 ones.
Well, guys, if y'all figure out like, and I'm down for whatever. I can make a Civil War vampire. I can do a medieval vampire. I can do a modern day vampire.
I have an idea, and it's more so I'm in love with this setting, and I want to do something with this setting. So I love the idea of the Wild Wild West, but not in the West, but more so based out of like East Texas and Louisiana and Georgia, and like have it be like a swamp-based campaign, like the deep dark swamps, and like have a bunch of like voodoo magic, or even the Appalachian Mountains. I love the
Bayou zombies?
bayou, like just
Bayou vampires?
yeah, have a bayou campaign.
Hillbilly
But
vampires.
Well, no, there's no hills. It's all swamp. Hillbillies, we'd have to run like Appalachia and West Virginia and shit like that. Because
Yeah,
like,
considering that Lucas and I both live in Appalachia, we could probably give you some tips.
oh, that I love Appalachia. I love how old the Appalachian Mountains are. I know that sounds weird, but people always talk about like how tall the Rockies are compared to the Appalachians, but the Appalachians existed before the Rockies were even there. They're just so much older. I know that's weird, but it's neat to me. Geology's fun.
So,
Do like some
so do
geology.
you want to run the game, Jeremy?
I have a broad concept. I haven't actually given anything thought. I like the Gangs of New York idea if you have something behind it, but I'm just giving out concepts. I have a bad habit of coming up with cool concepts, but not giving any like plot to it, or like what
You're
the
the
party
pitch
would
guy.
do. Yeah, I throw pitches, and honestly, that's been my hardest part with the Woodland campaign, is because I threw the pitch, love the pitch, and now all of a sudden I have a world I'm filling, and world building, I try to do too much. I'm trying to do less, but it's like you have a world and you build it, and you're like, oh, well, what are the gods? How is it created? And you just kind of like, oh no, and then you kind of have to bring yourself in and like, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That like we don't know how our world came into existence for sure, so why do they need to know? And it's just stuff like that.
I like the idea of using things like Tammany Hall, the Civil War, like the draft, like all those kinds of things that were taking place during that time period. Like it's still low technology as far as weapons go. So like, yeah, you might have like a pistol, right? Like a 1-shot or 2-shot pistol, right? But you're not going to have like a revolver, right? Like, because there's muskets during this time, right?
Oh, what? No,
Well,
Well, I
I
like the
guess
idea
Civil
of
War
no,
was starting to
no,
ramp up in technology there.
no. There was no muskets in the Civil War. It was all bolt action rifles,
Rifles, okay.
and like the most advanced weapon was like the minigun,
Was
because it
was
was
there?
the
But
closest.
when was the revolver invented? Like the 6-shot revolver?
Um,
Back in like the 1840s.
1830s or 40s.
Oh, so like right around that time. So like if you were rich, you might have one.
No, no, a revolver existed heavily back then. Because as soon as the revolver was invented, it took over the flint-lock rifle like hard, or the flint-lock pistol. Just because instead of firing one, you could fire 6 shots in one, and it just there was like a little during the Industrial Revolution is when the revolver came out during like that big technology bulge.
And it
Oh yeah.
didn't
Okay.
require like it took some craftsmanship, but it was much more large scale manufacturable
Okay.
than a
So
lot
the
of
yeah,
previous
the
weapons had been.
Springfield rifle was the most used
Yes.
rifle,
Oh
and
my
then there was
God.
Replace the musket being
and
the
then there
first
was the
semi-automatic.
Lamat M1856 revolver.
And then around I don't around World War One is when you start getting into fully automatic weapons. And even during World War One, some armies have fully automatic weapons and some armies have single shot weapons
Yeah, because
because the tech
that's the era of modern
yeah.
warfare.
But go to World War Two, every army is running fully automatic weapons. And we're still well, we're past that point because like we're now in the era of like nuclear warfare and intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Well, yeah, but like I think the threat level is different from humans in that level too. Your vampire is going to be much more effective against a normal human in the Civil War era versus now, because like now the Second Inquisition is like dangerous as fuck. But like back
So we
then,
need IBM.
it's not going to be as
Uh,
dangerous, which is going to be interesting.
Also, well, it's cool with the Second Inquisition, like during that time, because America's like the new world where refugees go. So like the Inquisition's not going to be as heavy as it is in, say, Europe, because vampires fled Europe to America to start a new life.
Yeah, I think it'd be very anarch heavy. I think it'd be very Camarilla light. Um,
What if we, what
Well,
if
the
we
other thing
can,
to remember though is that, I mean, yes, it's true the Inquisition would hardly be present in the New World, but travel across the ocean as a vampire would be much more challenging.
would want to be a fledgling vampire in America from an old European vampire. Maybe another party member turned me. That'd be cool, actually.
there's a lot of cool
If
things
like,
we could do.
but I do want to like my main goal is I want to be a cowboy who turned into a vampire, and I fought through the entirety of the Civil War, and like I'm maybe like 60, 70 years old. Like so I'm not old and
Do you want
vampire.
Vampire Diaries?
Uh, more like, do you remember Bill from True Blood?
Yes.
Yeah, that. But I haven't met Sookie in 100 years yet, and I'm not such a pussy.
Well, he was cool in the first one.
Honestly, my favorite character from True Blood was the serial killer from the first season because he had that accent, and I'm actually basing my character off that dude for the circus shot. I'm gonna have a dragon tamer with a Bayou accent.
That's fun.
Yeah, I think
I still know who my favorite vampire is.
Ooh.
Louis.
Ah, Louis? I love Lestat. I don't know why. It's just so terrible.
I thought you said Bluey, and I was like, that's just a dog.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Louis from Interview with the Vampire.
Ah,
I don't know if you guys have seen the anime adaptation of Castlevania on Netflix,
Yeah.
but that iteration of Dracula is by far one of my favorite characters of all time. It's just such a good fucking character, and I would love to run a campaign where he's the bad guy. Fuck Strahd. Strahd's a bitch. Give me that Dracula. Oh my god. Oh, I based Trey off of Trevor
Trevor who?
a little bit. Trevor Belmont from that Castlevania show.
Oh,
That
Alright.
never
Well,
watched
just
it.
because my initial idea, because the first time you see Trevor, he's drunk as fuck in a bar, and he gets in a fight, or it doesn't go that well. And because I don't want Trey to be like how he was as a kid. I want him to be more quippy and like engaging, but still a bit of a sourpuss drunk. And that's how Trevor is. I really honestly, if you could watch Castlevania on Netflix, it's so fucking good. And it's maybe 3 seasons of 12 episodes each, and they're so fucking good.
It really
The,
is good.
the characters, just every character in that show is fucking phenomenal.
But guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Thank you for running, Ben. I love and appreciate you.
Oh,
Hell
love you
yeah,
guys
man.
too.
We look forward to this.
Yeah. One day, Charles will be able to put himself to bed, and I'll be able to be more present.
But today is not that day.
Today was not that day.
You know, I actually think it works out. Like, I mean, and I greatly appreciate that Amanda has been willing to let me sort of make her the in-game knowledge source, and
I like it.
and let me sort of work that stuff in through her. So, thank you for being that.
Because like Blake is able to be a character where it's like she kind of lets you guys do whatever. She's there to be like, that's kind of against the rules, but let's see where it goes. But like, you guys are aware, I did my job. I told you not to do it, so.
No, this time you didn't say don't
At a
do
bowling alley.
it.
I like the aspect of I know it sounds weird, but I like the little bit of party like distrust.
It is
Where,
fun.
where like I trust Terry and I trust Alex. No,
Not
September's
you.
about to start, bud.
She just like, show me your shindig. No,
one
fuck
sec, bud.
all.
I'm sorry, Chase was yelling at me. I didn't hear you.
Oh no, I was just saying I appreciate the mistrust too. I know you don't trust Blake, and Blake doesn't trust any of you guys at all.
That's fair.
Beautiful.
Not everybody.
Night, Ben.
Have a good night.